The Mario Party franchise has been around since 1998, giving us non-stop good memories and terrible memories when it comes to playing with our friends and family. Now, with the new Mario Party game coming out called Mario Party Superstars, we now have a few of those memories coming back, especially with Nintendo bringing back a majority of these minigames. A combined 104 minigames alone are just added from all of the recent Mario Party games in the past. Now, although that is being said, a lot of these minigames are some of the minigames that we kind of forgot about. Like a few of the Queen games, a few of the 2v2 minigames were not popular, especially back then. And I wanted to go ahead and do a quick little video, especially describing some of the few other minigames that we could have taken from each Mario Party game to improve and put into Mario Party Superstars. So, if you're intrigued by it right now, I hope you enjoyed the video. To start it all off, in 1998, Nintendo decided to release the very first Mario Party game. Now, with that being said, in Mario Party Superstars, a combined 12 minigames were added into Superstars, with 2 minigame boards getting added along the way. Now, a few of these games are instant classics. Some of the games like Castaways, Tug of War. Tug of War is especially atrocious, especially with Nintendo losing a lot of lawsuits about it, especially with the thumbstick motion. Now, while that is being said, a lot of the minigames were taken from Mario Party 1 and they were improved upon in Mario Party 2. One of the minigames, though, that should have been taken from the original Mario Party into Mario Party Superstars has to be grab bags. Basically, it is you competing against the other 3 players. Y'all are competing against each other with y'all's very own money. And the whole objective is that you grab each other's person's bag. You vigorously shake all the bag away. Like, you either try to get the money from them, or you're trying to shake them away in order for you to prevent them from stealing your money. See, this is where it adds strategic and not to mention as well, button mashing at a fine level of comparison. Now, like I was saying about Mario Party 1, a lot of the minigames from Mario Party 2 were taken from the very first Mario Party game and were improved upon, as you can tell, from the different boards especially. A lot of the minigames, a combined 19 minigames were added from Mario Party 2 into Mario Party Superstars. One of the minigames that was not added, that should have been added, however, is Move to the Music. So, it's a 1v3 minigame where the one person is making these moves where the other 3 players must copy them. And if the 3 players mess up twice, then they are completely out of it. They have lost. It is the one person's job to confuse the hell out of all the other members, so that way they can be the last one standing. For Mario Party 3, this was very monumental in Nintendo history, especially when it comes to the Mario Party history. It not only added Waluigi and Daisy to the game, but it also added its very first story mode to it, where you had to go along and compete to find out who the true superstar was. As you can see in Mario Party Superstars, a lot of the minigames were from Mario Party 3. A combined 24 minigames were added. That's from free-for-alls, 1 vs 3, 2v2s, dual minigames, etc., etc. Now, one of the minigames that was not added, however, is Pipe Cleanup. This minigame is where you are competing against all the other players, and you must hit the Bowser kits. You must hit them in a certain order, especially whenever they pop up. Each pipe has a different motion to it. Either you have to go down on the thumbstick and press the A button, or you have to go up on the thumbstick and press the B button. It has different combos where you have to remember which one is which. And not to mention, the Bowser kits pop up at random times, so you're going to be in an instant hurry and an instant worrisome about where the hell to hit. What else do I need to hit, especially. Now, after discussing Mario Parties 1 through 3, this comes a weird sequence in Mario Party Superstars, because a majority of the minigames in Mario Party Superstars were from Mario Party 1 through 3. In Mario Party 4's case, however, there are combined 8 minigames. Literally, there are 8 different minigames from Mario Party 4. The one minigame, however, that was not selected, that should have been selected though, is Toad's Quick Draw. This one is a free-for-all minigame to where all 4 of the players are trying to hit the different balloon that Toad pulls up. And when I mean pull up, Toad will have a card and he will pull it up as to what color balloon he wants to be shot. So it is your job as the player to try to find that balloon as fast as possible and instantly hit it to where Toad will be pleased, and not to mention you will get a strategic advantage and you will eventually win the minigame. Now, as you can see from the different minigames that I've requested to get added as well, a lot of these minigames are free-for-alls. And with Mario Party 5's case, there were a combined 10 minigames added into Superstars, with the majority of these minigames being free-for-alls. So it makes sense that this one, like for Mario Party 5, would have to be a 2v2 minigame. Now, with this being said, we don't know which one it is. I personally prefer Defuse or Lose. This pits the 2 teams against each other, and there's 3 different, I'm gonna call them like freaking ropes. Each rope is lit up, and at the end of the rope is a King Bomb. So it is your job to ground pound each flame or fire before it actually reaches a bomb. And keep in mind, even if you ground pound that little spark or that little flame, it's gonna continue, it's gonna reignite. So you're in always a trance of, I gotta hurry up, so that way nothing bad will happen and nothing bad will explode. And that way you can actually win the minigame. The next Mario Party includes Mario Party 6 with a combined 12 different minigames, including 2 separate Bowser minigames, if you want to count those as basic minigames as well. But in order for you to actually activate those, you have to land on the Bowser space. So, with this being said, the one minigame that I personally want to get added into Mario Party Superstars would have to be Asteroid Rage. It is a duel minigame where it pits you against the person that you dueled, and you're on a crash course. You're on a path of 5 different lanes, and it is your job to avoid the asteroids. And to avoid the asteroids, you must hit the bumper sticks, like the left and the right button. However, at certain points, like after a while, it gets to the point where the asteroids are taking up as many lanes as possible, and it's your job to try to make it to that lane that is not filled with the asteroid in order for you to win. And it gets challenging as time goes on. So I personally prefer that one, especially like as a dual mini game. With Mario Party 7, here comes the kicker about everything. This one only has 6 mini games added into Mario Party Superstars. There are no 2v2 mini games that are added into Superstars, which begs the question as to what will be added. Like, what do you think should be added into the minigame? Like, however, in my personal opinion, I think it would have to be a dual minigame, and I personally prefer that it would have to be Warp Pipe Dreams. This one, and I mean this one, is literally up in the air, because this minigame is where it's a dual minigame where you are competing against the other player to try to make it to the end and make it into the green pipe. But the only problem is that there are different pipes that are in different pathways, and it's your job to guess which one will get you closer to that green pipe and which one will get you closer to the finish line. So it fills you with a lot of anxiety as to know which one to take, which one to, I don't know, like, will lead you closer to the goal. And that's what makes it honestly challenging, what makes it fun for me. Now we have reached the stretch. And what I mean by the stretch, I mean the newer Mario Party games that Nintendo released. So, it comes to no surprise, actually it comes to a surprise for me especially, but there are a combined 9 mini games added into Mario Party Superstars for Mario Party 8, 9, and 10. See, it makes sense that Mario Party 8 it only has 2 mini games. The reasoning behind that one is because a lot of the mini games in Mario Party 8 focus more on Joy-Cons. Not the Joy-Con, but the Wii motion control. Now, however, it could make an exception because Super Mario Party, it did a lot of that as well. It used a lot of the motion controls that it used for the Wii. And what I believe would probably make a really good minigame from Mario Party 8 would have to be Cartography. I know I butchered that name. I did not mean for that, actually. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, the object of this minigame, especially, is just to race to the finish line. That's all it is. In the original one, you had to tilt the Wii remote left or right to turn. Instead, you could just use the Joy-Con. You could just use the thumbstick just to control the car. And obviously, it could just be like Mario Kart. It could just be like any other racing game. Press the A button to go, and then turn left or right with the thumbstick. With Mario Party 9, there are only 4 minigames added. See, it doesn't make sense. I didn't play a lot of the newer ones like Mario Party 9 and or 10. So a lot of the opinions that I have about this, I just personally have to take from like watching other people play these games. After watching a few people play Mario Party 9 and 10, for Mario Party 9 it would have to be loggerheads for me, because the object is to hit the piece of wood as fast as possible. And sometimes the person's gonna put down a bomb, and you basically just have to avoid hitting that bomb, or else you're gonna lose some points and you're gonna get knocked back a little bit. And the object of the game literally is just to make sure that there's a log, you hit the A button as fast as possible, and instantly you get that piece of wood. For Mario Party 10, there are only 3 minigames added into it. With this being said, I have to agree that it would have to be Bullet Bill Bullies. Now, this one is a 1v versus 3 minigame where one person has to avoid all the bullet bills, and the 3 other players are hitting bullet bills to make sure that they're trying to hit that one person. The one person is going to be on a platform where it can go from left to right just by pressing it. Not by pressing it, but just by walking over there. It's like those little pads that they had on Super Mario 3D World, but instead, you're in charge of controlling it, trying to avoid falling off or getting hit by the bullet bill. It makes things a lot tougher, and it makes things a lot funner. And that just about does it with all the minigames that I think that should get added as well. Keep in mind as well, I didn't add any of the handheld Mario Party games just because of the fact that none of them were added into it. And it makes perfect sense because they're on handheld. It's harder to transfer them over to a Switch. And I applaud Nintendo for just giving all of us all these different Mario Party games from all the past Mario Party games. And do keep this with a grain of salt. I know for a fact that there have been leaks and specials about like perhaps like special boards getting added into the process. I'm not too certain about that, but if they do happen to be true, the possibility of getting more minigames in the process looks more and more likely with that being said. But either way, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit the like button. It helps me out as much as possible. And make sure to also subscribe as well. I'm making sure to upload content as much as possible for you guys that you enjoy. And I hope you all enjoy.